What's happening, everybody? I hope y'all having a good day. I sure had a good day. I'm just leaving this networking function. Try to get these shadows out of my face. But anyway, just leaving this networking function. And, oh man, we had a good time. This is a bunch of contractors getting together and networking, and it was just a great time. Next to this meeting, what I want to talk about is next to the meeting was a group of educators. And I went into the wrong room first, so I was speaking to some of the folks over there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what do you do?" And I'm telling them I'm a contractor on a construction company, and I gave them my card, and I tell them, please look, if you have any young folks that are looking for work, um, we'd be happy to train them and hire them and pay them, and it's like it just had this deer in the headlights look. So I'm like, this is a group of black principals and vice principals and counselors. This is the second time, by the way, that this has happened, where I've given my card to these folks, and I know that students are asking them all the time about, how do they start careers, how do they do this, how do they do that, and they're just looking. And I know there's students in there that are hurting, that can use some money, and they're just kind of looking. And so then the other lady asked me, well, there's a program with the Urban League, and they do this, and I was like, I'm not, ma'am, I own the business. I'm not going through any program with the Urban League, because, quite frankly, when I needed help from the Urban League, when I started a business years ago, they weren't trying to help me. They were just talking. And I know this may offend some folks. Look, but hey, this is my experience, where a lot of these programs, all they do is talk. A lot of these government agencies, these minority agencies, they just talk. They just talk. It just makes me sick to my stomach, because all they do is talk and have these meetings and give each other awards, and it's like, what are you doing? So I was trying to make the point to her. I've had to say it 3 times, like, ma'am, I'm not, because she kept talking about these other programs. Like, miss, I'm not going through a program. I'm telling you, I'm the owner of the business. I have jobs. I will hire them. I will train them. I will pay them. With program, there's no program needed for that. We're gonna program ourselves right into extinction, y'all. I'm talking black folks. We're always looking for some kind of god doggone program. Look, y'all, there's some things we can do ourselves. There's a barber that needs their floor swept right there in our neighborhood. There's yards that need to be cut. There's hair that needs to be done, right? I mean, there's so much that we can do to help ourselves to make money, instead of waiting for some god doggone program. And educators, anyone that has anything to do with the youth, if you got someone that's in front of you that's a business owner, and they're talking about hiring, okay, if you're afraid, run a security check, run a background check on me. Do what you have to do to make sure I'm safe for the kids, but that stupid stunned Bambi look and talking about these god doggone programs, we gotta stop it. All the while our babies are hungry, families are hungry and hurting, and we're waiting for some god doggone program from the Urban League. I want us to be more strategic. I want us to understand this group was sitting next, this group of educators, leaders, principals, they were in a room, and I told them, it's like, next door, there's multi-million-dollar businesses next door with training programs, businesses. There's opportunity right next door. I guess it's such a concern to me, because I remember I remember being the kid that went to the counselor to ask the counselor how to get a job, and she didn't tell me. I think it's piss poor, quite frankly. I think it's poor leadership. I think if you're an educator and you're in a leadership position, which is everybody, and a kid comes to you and they want work, I think you should have some cards, you should have some business people's cards in your back pocket for whatever, right? I mean, whatever kid that floats your boat, right? Like, maybe your heart is for the kids with a single parent. Maybe your heart is for the kid that's from a foster home. Maybe it's for the kid that's smart. Maybe it's for the kid that's not smart. Whatever it is, when that kid comes to you for help, what do you tell them about a program? I guess. I just believe that if there's a more direct approach, we should take it, y'all. And that's all I'm saying. And I feel like that we keep waiting for some agency, some organization to do it when there's some things that we can do ourselves. Let's talk about it. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know.